Welcome back Pokefans to part 30 of my Pokemon Scarlet gameplay. Last episode we went ahead and finally defeated the last of the Team Star bases and it has been pretty amazing. They have also given us quite a good context on the storyline, so I'm pretty sure that all we have to do is complete the storyline today. The first thing to do that is to make our way to Naranjan Academy. And according to Cassiopeia, we do have to kind of meet her in the schoolyard at the night. So that's what we are going to be doing in this episode. I've also been completing my Pokédex as much as I can. And I think I'm almost there. There are a couple different Pokemon that I can still kind of evolve and fill into the Pokédex. So I do have to do that. Now that I am in Naranjan Academy, we might have a battle coming up, so I did go ahead and save my game. But here we have Clive standing in front of the academy door. Let's see what happens. Sup Dash. And once more we have a chance to either call him Director Clevel or Clive. Yep, that's my name. Actually, no. It's time for me to bring this little performance to an end. Allow me to reveal my true identity. And of course we are right, it's actually Director Clevel. I do apologize for deceiving you with my disguise. In truth, the boy you knew as Clive was none other than the director of Naranjan Academy, Mr. Clive. Let's pretend like we didn't know and just go ahead with no way. I just want to see what happens. Yes, this might be quite the shock. My disguise was perfect after all. Regardless, there is still one more astonishing truth I must reveal to you. I wonder what it is. The true identity of Cassiopeia, the big boss of Team Star, was me all along. That's impossible. Honest to goodness. When you heard Cassiopeia over the phone, that was actually a pre-recorded voice. I pulled it off using, one of those high-tech gizmos. Oh yes, it was very clever. Definitely that was not him. So Miss Dash, now you know I'm the big boss. That means there is just one thing left to do. Face me in one final showdown to decide it all. Okay. There we go. So we are being challenged by Director Clevel, which I think I was kind of expecting by this time. Either way, I think we are ready for this battle. And of course, he still tries to pretend he is Cassiopeia from Team Star, which I think is hilarious. Anyway, he actually starts with Oranguru, which is pretty cool. And I did start mine with Tinkaton. Now, I do have to be a bit careful, but of course, I think it's still fine. The funny thing is these people just walking around like nothing happened while we are trying to fight here. That I think is really funny. Anyway, let's go ahead and take this Pokemon down. As long as you have Pokemons around level 60 to 65, I think this battle is gonna be pretty easy. And of course, he is actually gonna have, I think, 6 team members, so we do have to kind of be ready for this battle. The next Pokemon coming out is Gyarados, and the easy way to tackle it is actually Kiro Battle, so I'll go with it. And for some reason, it's actually raining outside, which I did not expect. But I guess it kind of rains a lot in my game. This has happened multiple times before, and I think it just keeps raining every time in Mesagoza City. For this turn, I did go with Discharge, which is a really good move. I also got a crit hit, but I think I could have taken down the Gyarados without the crit hit as well. The next one is a Snow, which is pretty cool. I can definitely go with Armarouge, as it does have a 4x super effectiveness. I think as long as you have really good team members, that is diversity in your team, you shouldn't have too much difficulty taking down Director Clevel right here. The only thing to do is just make sure that you have Pokemons around level 60 before you challenge him. This turn I'll go with Armor Cannon, just because of the fact that it's actually raining outside and I don't want the firepower to be reduced too much. Luckily, we were able to one-shot it, and I think it's mostly because my Pokemon is way higher than it's expected. I think we are almost 8 levels higher. The next one is Poltergeist, which means I can go to Muscrata. I think Night Slash is a really good move for this one, but let's see how that goes. Alright, here we go. And I actually really like Poltergeist's design. I think it's really cool. And especially its color palette, since I do like violet and indigo. This one looks really amazing. Right here, not sure what this NPC is actually really doing. She's just casually walking in between us. And I really wish they had stopped these NPCs when we are having this battle. But apparently not. The next Pokemon I did go with Cloudsire. I mean, we haven't really used it in this battle, and I definitely want to try and use everyone else. The next Pokemon coming up is actually Among Us. It is part poison type, so I'm not too worried. It did try using Giga Drain, but as you can see, it's not that effective. And of course, my move is equally not effective, so I did decide to finally switch out. I think Baxcalibur should be able to take down Among Us with the Ice type move. Here we go. Currently, the only Ice type move I have is actually Icicle Crash. And as far as I've seen, I don't think it does have 100% accuracy, so I do have to be a bit careful. Sadly, right here it did use Spore, which means my Pokemon is now asleep, and I'm just trying to find Awakening. Definitely the one plus thing in this game is that I haven't really bought any items. That is healing items. The only thing I did buy were Pokeballs. So definitely it is pretty amazing to see that we were able to collect so many of these items. Now, since I am faster, I was able to easily go ahead and use Icicle Crash and take down the Among Us. I think we have one more Pokemon left. And the last one is Skellydrake, which is pretty nice. At this point, I did want to see if I could switch out my team members, but it seems like I have used all of my team members at this point. Either way, I did decide to go with Cloudsire, since I did switch it out in the last turn. Right here, since it's the last Pokemon, it seems Director Clevel is thinking that he is backed into a corner, which I think he is. And Skellydrake is so cool. Definitely really nice. It's a part Ghost and Fire type Pokemon. I think it's a really good starter, but in this one I did go with Pegatito. He's also going to be going ahead and terrestrializing it. In this case, it's going to be terrestrialized into a Fire type, so that is quite a good advantage for me since I am using Earthquake. I think I can one-shot this Pokemon, but I do have to see what will happen. Sadly, Cloudsire is still kind of slow for most of these Pokemons, so I do have to try and be careful. Right here, even though we weren't able to take it down in one hit, I think the next one we'll be able to take it down. Luckily, my Pokemon did dodge its move, so that's pretty cool. And there we go. We have defeated Director Clevel. I think this was pretty nice. I enjoyed seeing his team personally, and it's really nice to see the last starter that we didn't pick up being fully evolved right here. Since we have defeated him, I really want to see what happens next and what he has to say. How strong you have grown. I guess that's true since we are kind of at the end of this playthrough. Not quite the end, but definitely the storyline is ending. Well now, Miss Dash, it seems you have grown quite splendidly over the course of your treasure hunt. And here, once again, I must apologize. I'm not actually Cassiopeia. Though Clive and myself being the same person was no lie, mind you. Cassiopeia's true identity remains hidden, but I believe I can hazard a guess as to who they might be. This is why I sought to spare you from having to confront them in a battle. Their sorrows should not be yours to bear. Okay. However, Cassiopeia has settled on a course of action and is determined to see it through. I do not imagine any ordinary student could hope to stand against them and win. Well, that is kind of true since it's the big boss after all. So, I challenge you to a battle to test your skill. Okay. If you had lost, it would have fallen to me to bring down Cassiopeia. Such was my resolve. But it turns out you are as strong as you are kind. If anyone has a chance at saving that poor child, it surely is you. Okay, I guess we could defeat her as well, but we do have to see what will happen. As an educator, it shames me to burden one of my students with such a task. I mean, he doesn't really have to be that dramatic. But please defeat Cassiopeia, take on a big boss of Team Star and win. I think we will. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I will leave this in your hands. You there, what do you think you're doing? Oh, we are in trouble. Ah, Miss Time, a pleasure to see you. It's no pleasure at all, Mr. Clevel. I came here to investigate reports on an illicit battle on school grounds. And what do I find? Why, the director of the academy himself, facing off against one of our students, no less. What were you thinking? Ah, no, if I could just explain. You see, it's a rather sad tale. Oh, spare me. Your excuses reek worse than a stunky's behind. A stunky's behind. That is just funny. But remember, the big boss asked us to meet them in the schoolyard after dark. I'm counting on you, Miss Dash. You'll write a letter of apology to the students and faculty at once. And I'll be reporting this to the chairwoman of the school board. Make no mistake. Goodness gracious, no, anything but that, I implore you. Okay, and that is all for now. Now you can go ahead and heal up your team members, but I think the game will auto heal your team members at this point, so I'm not too worried about it. Anyway, I think the only other thing for us to do is go ahead and enter the school and make our way to the schoolyard. Alright, now that we are here, let me quickly go to the computer right here and let's go ahead and select the schoolyard. I'm actually hoping that there is a cutscene that's gonna be, because we didn't have a exclamatory mark right there, but yep, we do. Dash. Ooh, okay. I was guessing this. Thanks for coming. Yep, it is Penny. And alright, she does have a evil smirk on her face. This must be quite a shock for you. The big boss, Cassiopeia, they were both me all along. When I saw you make a quick work of those Team Star lackeys outside the school that time, the idea of Operation Starfall suddenly came to me. My skills let me get hold of as much as LP as I want, so I decided to use that to tempt you, into helping me out. After the operation started, I kept an eye on you as a member of the supply unit, and I had you battle the bosses on my behalf. All for the goal of defeating me and putting an end to Team Star once and for all. But still, there is a part of me that wants Team Star to live on. I can't just roll over and let you win without putting up a fight. This is the final showdown. Are you ready? I am. Thanks. Here's Clive. Sorry to keep you. The letter of apology Miss Time had me. Preparations took longer than expected. That voice, are you Clive? Penny, so it was you after... is that you, Cassiopeia? In the flesh. I have a task for you, Clive, if you will accept it. I want you to record what happens next so I can send the video to Team Star. They need to see the outcome of this battle for themselves. Okay, will do. That's nice. So we are gonna battle Penny right here. Then allow me to introduce myself properly. I am the big boss of Team Star. The name's Cassiopeia. No, Penny. Now bow down before the overwhelming might of Team Star's founder. Pretty cool. By the way, I had my guesses on Penny from the first time we did see her. So definitely it did come true. But I think this battle was pretty amazing, and this is the main reason why I went ahead and switched in Tinkerton up in front. It's because she will actually start with an Umbreon, and it's easier to take it down with a Fairy type move, and I just want to take it down before it creates us more issues. Also, her team members are going to be around level 62, which by the way is 2 levels higher than Clive or Directive level. So if you don't have Pokemons around level 62, I would definitely recommend just going ahead and training them up a bit. But if you do have Pokemons at this point around level 65, I think definitely this battle is going to be pretty easy. In my case, I am struggling a bit to take down the Umbreon, but I think that's kind of expected since Umbreon does have a really good special defense and the defense stat as well. Anyway, she is gonna bring out her Flareon, and I do have to switch out. I think Cloudzyre is the way to go. By the way, if you haven't guessed by now, all of her team members are gonna be EV evolutions, which is so cool. And personally, I really liked her team a lot. Here comes her Flareon, and I'm directly gonna go with Earthquake. She does start with Baby Doll Eyes, which will kind of reduce my attack, but I'm not too concerned about it. I mean, this is Flareon after all. There we go, that was a really good damage. Let me go ahead and use Earthquake once more, and we'll take down Flareon. Now I think it's best for me to switch out Cloudzyre after this, just because its attack is so low. So I think I'll switch it out. Maybe she's gonna bring her Water type Pokemon next. You never know. In that case, it's gonna make me much easier to switch it. Yup, gets right. She's actually bringing out her Vaporeon. I think I can either go with Meowscarada or Kilowattrel, but at this point, I feel like electric type moves are much better, so I did go with it. Let's see if we can at least one-shot the Vaporeon right here. By the way, Vaporeon is my favorite evolution on Eevee. I really like its design and it just looks amazing. But of course, as usual, she will try to reduce our attack, so I do have to be a bit careful. There we go. We have also paralyzed it, which is pretty nice. So this turn I think we'll be going faster than her Pokemon, and I think we'll take down the Vaporeon pretty easily. That is her third Pokemon down. The next one, I wonder which one it's gonna be. She's gonna go with Jolteon. Jolteon, by the way, is pretty cool, and I definitely do want to switch out. In this case, I'm gonna go back to Cloudzyre since it does have Earthquake, and I think we'll be able to take it down in 2 hits. I'm not really sure on 1 hit anymore because a Pokemon does like to reduce my attack stat. Not quite helpful when my Pokemon can just barely take it down in 1 hit without the attack reduce. And here the Earthquake definitely did a lot of damage. I mean, if I did get a bit luckier and had gotten a crit hit, I think we would have taken down the Jolteon in 1 hit, but either way, I think we're fine. I feel like this battle is way easier than the one we just had with Clive, which is pretty nice. I mean, we have had some tough battles lately, and definitely I would like to have an easier one. The next Pokemon she is gonna bring out is Leafeon. I could still use Cloudzyre, but this turn I did decide to go to Armarouge. We haven't really used it in this battle, and I definitely want to try and use it. At least thankfully it's not raining this time. So I think using flamethrower or armor cannon, both of them will work. They decide finally to go with armor cannon because I think we'll be able to one-shot the Leafeon. Yep, there we go. I think she has one more Pokemon left and that probably will be her main Pokemon, so she is gonna terrestrialize it. The last Pokemon is actually Sylveon, which is pretty cool. For this one, I can either go to Tinkaton, which does have steel type moves, or I'm not really sure if other Pokemons will kind of work. Cloudgyre is fine since it does have poison type move. So as long as you have a steel type or a poison type Pokemon in your team, I think this should be pretty fine. But here is Sylveon and it's gonna be at level 63, which is pretty nice. Sadly, my Tinkaton actually has a Fairy Tail type, so not that helpful. I mean, I can still terrestrialize it just to kind of make the moves not effective. But either way, I'm not too concerned about it. I think we'll still be fine. But in her case, she is gonna terrestrialize it and look at it. It looks so cool. I think this terrestrialization kind of suits it and definitely does look pretty cool. There we go. The flash cannon definitely did way less damage than I thought. I mean, I feel like attack moves are better on Tinkaton, which means I do have to kind of switch out this move. But other than that, I think we'll be able to take it down in about 3 turns. At least as long as our special attack stat is not reduced. There we go, one more turn left. And she calls, "My VV power will crush you into stardust." Weird statement, but I'm not too concerned. It's gonna try and use Moonblast on me, but as you might know, it's not effective. I mean, even with a crit hit, that did barely any damage. Alright, we do have one last turn. Let's go ahead and defeat Penny and complete this storyline as well, which is, by the way, Starfall Street. And we have defeated her Sylveon. Pretty nice. I think I enjoyed this battle. I mean, it was really cool to see all of the EV evolutions, and I'm really happy that they did give her this team. I mean, especially with her EV fluffy bag. It's all over now. Yep, that's correct. Let's see what she has to say. It's finally over, guys. It's done. I guess she's more talking on to people in the phone itself. And of course her storyline starts right here. We're done here. I think we should call it quits. Hold up, are you saying we should break up the team? You gotta be joking. We got carried away with Operation Star. Now everything's gone out of hand. Yeah, well, that's what happened when you round up a bunch of bullies in the courtyard and make a show of learning some manners. But we didn't even fight them in the end. We didn't do anything wrong. Indeed, merely did we declare our intentions to Battletooth and nail should the villains persist in their tyrannous operation. It was a bloodless victory, we assure you. Yeah, they didn't even send out their Pokemon. They just blubbered and apologized a whole lot. Our outfits must have spooked them good. But the bullies made a huge stink about what went down, and then they all ended up leaving the academy. Our plan backfired epically. There's no way we are getting off scot-free. I see what she says. I guess you're right. This little stunt might have put us up the creek. I'll fix this mess on my end. Just leave it to me. Okay. What are you saying? I'm the one who started Team Star. I dragged you. So I take responsibility for everything. Oh, noble and kind Big Boss. You cannot. Now that the bullies are gone, you guys should start going to school again. Oh yeah? What about you? I can't go back. Why? There's no reason for you to stay shut in your room anymore, right? All I can say to you guys is thanks. Even though we never met in person, you were also kind to me. Stop right there, BB. Why are you talking like we'll never speak again? I need to go take care of some things. I think personally this is where, Cassiopeia goes to the director and then gets kind of expelled. And alright, I think that was pretty nice. We did get to know each and every character of their own and what is the story that happened. Bye bye guys. Thank you for everything. Alright, now that the flashback is over, let's see what happens next. Thanks for everything, Dash. And you too, Clive. I'm glad I could see this through to the end. I guess this is for Team Star and me too. Hold that thought, miss. Penny, I would like to check something with you first. Check what? Why, resort to something like Operation Starfall if you're the big boss of Team Star. Wasn't there any other way to handle this? I tried telling the bosses that they were done once before, but they still didn't quit. Why not simply order them to? Our code states that no one in team has the rights to order people around. I could only ask them to all do stuff, but I can never order them. So it's back to the code once again. The bosses must have taken it very seriously. They did. That's why I knew I could use it to force Team Star to disband. Because the bosses would do anything the code required them of, even leave the team. Yeah, and according to the code, they had to accept any challenge made to them. Thus the idea of Operation Starfall. Cassiopeia, let me ask you one thing. What does Team Star? No, what do your friends in the team mean to you? They're my greatest treasure. Alright, it seems everyone's finding their treasure by now. We just had Arwen and now it's Penny. Splendid. Thank you for appraising me of the situation, Miss Penny. Well, now young lady, there's something I should very much like to discuss with you. Hey, quit it with the old geezer act, Clive. You're creeping me out. Indeed. Well then, before we talk further, allow me to reveal you of my own secret identity. The Director Clevel? Just as Cassiopeia was your disguise, the boy you knew as Clive was mine. But why? I needed a way to talk to Team Star on equal terms. Students do tend to shy away from speaking their mind to their teachers, after all. Much more often so when faced with the director of the academy. That was a good idea. Yeah, but where do I even start? Wasn't the outfit a bit much? Plus, I have some big feelings about that wig. Yeah, we all do. Well, that's quite enough of that for now. Everyone, why don't you come on out? Oh, okay. I am going to take a guess, but it seems like all of the other Team Star bosses are here. Huh? Yo, big boss, long time no see. Momo. And here is a running cutscene. More like long time no meet, right? I mean, we only found out your real name just now. Millie. Verily is thy long hidden countenance a sight for sore eyes, my lady. Atticus. So, I heard your real name's Penny. How have you been this whole time? Orty. We found you at last. You have no idea how worried we have been. Eddie. So all of them are right here. Okay gang, on the count of 3. 1, 2, hasta la vista, Cassiopeia, and hello, Penny. That was pretty cool. It's actually a really nice reunion right here. Wasn't really expecting it though. Let's see what Penny has to say. Now then, Miss Penny, and each of your young bosses as well, on behalf of the Academy, I have something I would like to say to Team Star. Let's see what it is. All of you have my sincere apologies. Come again? As the director of the Academy, I let you down. My handling of your situation was a dismissal failure. Well, I still don't, why? You all told me about your reasons for forming Team Star and about your subsequent actions. Ever since my first day as director, all I have ever experienced of the Academy is an environment blessed free from bullying. But now I know that this peace was built on the backs of your hurt and anger, and of course, your immense courage in putting things to the right. And so, I'll get straight to the conclusion. Okay. The Academy's order for Team Star to disband and my threat to expel those who do not obey are hereby revoked. That's cool. Does that mean what I think it means? Indeed, Team Star can continue to exist, should that be your wish. Woohoo, Penny, isn't that great? Now we can all stay together. Oh, my heart is giddy with glee. But I betrayed all of you. You mean Operation Starfall? Director Clever told us all about it. Far as we heard, you only went through with it to save us from getting expelled. You were just worried about us, right? Not like we would chuck the team cause someone told us to, after all. Ain't our style. I cannot even begin to imagine how you must have feared for us, Lady Penny. Sorry for making you worry, BB. We're all okay now. But even so... Okay, what happens next? Hold on everyone, I have more to say. As previously stated, the requirement for Team Star to disband has been revoked. However, there are still some unsettled matters to discuss. Allow me to provide a few examples. Your proprietary truancy, your blazing customization of school uniforms, your unauthorized usage of academic equipments, your reckless modification and jeopardized driving of Pokémon-powered vehicles. Need I go on? Your flagellant disgrace for school rules cannot simply be overlooked. Yup, that's true. Now I am really curious on what will happen. Thus, as a punishment, you will be required to engage in community service. Community service? Yes, specifically, I will be asking you to manage the STCs. Oh, what's that? And that stands for the Star Training Centers. Alright. They shall be facilities for cultivating Pokemon trainers' talents. I plan for the Academy to found them in collaboration with the Pokemon League. The idea came to me when I saw Miss Dash battling her way through your bases. The base construction as well as the battle tactics employed by the student in Team Star are remarkably unique and creative. I would ask you to continue your team activities, but henceforth as STC staff members, using your former bases as training facilities. And that is the sum of it. Does anyone have any concerns? No. It sounds like fun, so I don't know how that would be anything but a win-win. This might be a weird thing to say since the STCs are supposed to be a punishment and all, but you should totally join in too, Penny. This is true. We would most happily have you at our sides, my lady. We can go to school together too. That way, if anything happens, we'll be there to protect you. We were already talking about how great it would be to have Team Star and schools in our lives. This would be a sweet deal for us. So, what do you see? You guys. Dash, what do you think? I think it sounds great and I would like to just test them out myself as well. Huh? But, No need to give your response right this moment, Miss Penny. do take some time to decide. For now, at least, I think our little group should go their separate ways. Alright. Not to say you should break up Team Star after all. I simply meant it is time to leave. Pretty cool. Miss Dash, please stop by my office later, if you would. Alright, I guess that is the conclusion of kind of Starfall Street. I know this episode has been heavy on the commentary, but definitely I think the storyline has been pretty nice. Now that we are here in the dorm room, let's make our way to the director's office. After all, we do have to talk to him. Alright, now that we are here, let's talk to him. It's pretty nice that his office is kind of the same still. Here you are, Miss Dash. I wanted to thank you for all your hard work in resolving the situation with Team Star. If not for you, I suspect I would have done a team a grievous injustice in my choice of punishment for their actions. You have my sincere gratitude. Ooh, someone's coming. Who is it? It's Penny. Miss Penny, do come in. Hello, Director. About the STCs, I would like to work on them together with the rest of Team Star. That's wonderful news. Thank you very much for your favorable response. But, I should be punished more heavily than the others, I think. Ooh. Why so? Because of Operation Starfall? No, not that. Because of the other really bad thing I did. Ooh, what's that? And what would that be? Yeah, the LP I gave you both in exchange for helping me with the Operation Starfall? I got it sort of illegally by hacking the Pokémon League's LP management system. Ooh, okay. I see. This is quite the revelation. I did not think such a thing was even possible in the first place. Yeah, neither did we. It wasn't all that I'm really sorry and I won't do it again. Okay. This matter is rather out of my jurisdiction, I'm afraid. I will have to consult Miss Geeta, the Pokemon League's chairwoman, on how best to proceed. I figured as much. I do apologize, Miss Dash, but I will have to ask you to give us some privacy. Okay. That was definitely weird. And of course, we are back in our dorm room. I really wish we had a chance of kind of decorating this area as per what we like, but I guess that's not available in this game. Anyway, the only other thing for us to do is leave the academy premises. So I guess let me just go ahead and go out. We don't really have anything else to do. Alright, when we do go out, I think we get a call. Yep, here is Penny. Dash. Penny, there's something I want to talk to you about. Could you come meet me in the front of the school stairs? You know, where we first met? Okay, so I guess that is where we're gonna go next. Let me quickly make my way there. It's pretty easy to do so, and all we have to do is jump and glide from here. Pretty nice. And of course, she's gonna be right here. Let's go ahead and talk to her. I'm wondering what she has to tell us. By the way, I really like her EV bag. I wish that was an accessory we could get. Hasta la vista. The six of us thought up the catchphrase back when we created the team. It's so cringy, it's perfect, you know? Anyway, about the LP thing, I thought I was going down big time for hacking the league point system, but they were letting me off easy. That's great, but what happened? The Pokemon League said they'll waive my debt if I do some volunteer engineering for them. Ooh, that's nice. They even asked me to come to work for them after I graduate. If you can believe that. Dr. Clever and that guitar lady kept complimenting me like a weird amount. Apparently, I have outstanding talent or something. Okay. Sorry for calling you out here to meet like this. I'm still not so great with people face to face. I never seem to find the right words, but thank you so much. You saved Team Star and my friends along with it. I know words won't ever be enough to properly thank you for all you have done. So here. And she gives us Draco Meteor, which is an amazing TM. I'm sure you'll put this to good use. And one more thing. I want to repay the debt I owe you. If you ever think of a way I could do that, just let me know. I'm great with machines and hacking and stuff. I think we'll need her help pretty soon. So next time I'll be the one helping you, Dash. Be seeing you then, hasta la vista. I think we'll be able to get Penny's help when we are kind of going to Area 0. But of course, this is the end of Starfall Street and we have completed the second storyline. Pretty nice. Anyway, I think that's all I had for today's episode. In the next episode, we'll be going ahead and challenging the Pokemon League. Or in this case, it's gonna be our champion assessment. I think that's a really interesting topic and really excited to see what will actually happen. Thankfully, we have kind of visited the Pokemon Center right next to the Pokemon League building. So I'm able to easily go ahead and fly there. But of course, we do have some couple interesting episodes coming up. If you're interested in watching those videos, go ahead, like and subscribe to my channel. Also, if you would like to support me more, there is some links in my description. Go ahead and check them out. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode.